Adam Hildebrand here. We're joined right after the CMU spring game by head coach Jody Ford. And coach, the defense victorious just by 1 point though, and the defense actually overcoming a big hurdle, a big scoring deficit in the second half there. What did you see? You were coaching that defensive side today. What did you see that you liked?
Oh, I tell you, the biggest thing that I like is that you can see our weight room really show up. I mean, we've really been on these kids the last 3 months in the weight room and their conditioning. I feel like we're so much faster and so much stronger. Also, you notice there were very little injuries, if any, today. That's because of how hard they work. I really think our training is going to help us stay away from injury. We've had a few, obviously, during the spring, but nothing that's, really muscle-oriented. And so I've been really pleased with how much faster we are, how much stronger we are. And then also just the execution. I feel like our kids are getting smarter within the execution of not only defense but the offense too. I mean, this is really our 14th practice that we've had on offense, and they're really starting to clean some things up and look crisp.
Now, that offense had been running a flex bone look the last several years. How much of a difference is it going to make for your defense now? Because they see more spread offenses when you go through HAC conference play. How much of a difference is it going to make them seeing that from their own sides now as well, and kind of getting to see that in practice more often?
Well, it's certainly very helpful in the defensive secondary, just being able to, practice against those caliber of receivers and seeing the deep ball thrown more and seeing the ball thrown down the field more. It really forces you to be crisp in coverage, and it was hard to practice that sometimes. I mean, when you play an option style offense and you go into practice and you're doing 7-on-7 or something, I mean, the offense doesn't really have a lot to throw at you in 7-on-7 because they're working options so much. So it makes things really complex that way. So now being back to a little more spread, it certainly adds more defensively to our practice and what we're doing. And also the faster pace of practice. I mean, we always have to condition in practice. Now we don't have to condition as much because how fast you saw them go out there is how fast we're going in practice.
Now, flipping over to the offensive side of the ball, let's get your thoughts now that we've gone through this this big spring game scrimmage. We know we had just talked about the offense kind of cleaning some things up as they went through. What were your thoughts particularly on the quarterbacks today, because they are such a big part of distributing the ball in this offense?
Yeah, very much so. I thought the one thing you see is they can flat out run the ball. I mean, they're scary when they take off running. Our quarterbacks are a lot like running backs. I think with only 14 practices in, obviously you saw some interceptions and some ill-advised throws and things, and I think that's just going to come with time and practice and getting more reps within this offense. So, but I've been very pleased with their progression. I mean, Jacob and Caleb, they're learning every day. They're the first ones in and the last ones to leave, which is what you want out of your quarterbacks, and they're going to be very good for us. And so I'm excited to see where they go. We'll have a lot of new young quarterbacks coming in as well. So it's going to be a good group, and I got to give my hats off to Coach Brady and Coach Haynes with what they're doing with the offense as well. They've done a great job working with those guys, and we still got a long way to go. So it's going to be a big 3 months for us before we hit September 5th.
Now the headliner on the offense today, running back Vokoun, 150-ish yards, touchdown, and of course that touchdown coming early on, the big 70-yard run. What do you like about his performance today?
Man, his change of direction, he's got his legs back, and just he's been training hard too. I mean, we've pushed Maurice so much more here the last 3 months, and just his understanding of the playbook and knowing where to go, and he did a really nice job today. And it was tough for our defense to tackle him because he can change direction and move so fast. And I mean, he was a Division I AA caliber running back at one point in time, and we're lucky to have him back here. So my thing is he's just got to continue to get tougher. He's got to be able to pound people and take those shots and give them back, and that's something that we continue to work on with him all the time. It's his toughness and really bringing a load, because when he hits you, it's a lot coming at you. But he can also dance and shake, and he can be gone in a second too, as you saw today.
Certainly that is the case. Coach Ford, thank you very much for joining us. We wish you guys luck as you go through the summer, trying to stay healthy and get better, and look forward to see what this team can do in the fall.
Yeah, well, thank you guys, man, and I appreciate all the coverage and all the work, and just looking forward to having you back here in September and being part of the family. We really enjoy you guys, and just thank you so much for the coverage.